Hi everyone, I'm Angela and welcome back to the recording studio that's in my closet. If you're curious about what I'm using today for equipment or how I set this up, you can go back to one of my previous videos where I walked through that. But today I'm going to focus on my editing process based on errors that have been found in the original recording so that I can re-record those and get this book out for production. Today I am sporting my brother's Near Dow logo. He is on YouTube as well as a music producer, and if you haven't checked him out, go do so. But he's going to be post-processing all of these files for me to make sure that they sound amazing when they are uploaded. All right, so a few quick things here. I have got a glass of water because I tend to get thirsty while I'm recording. Turned off the heat, don't have the dishwasher or the washing machine running because that does end up getting picked up by the audio. And I tend to have a problem with my stomach grumbling, so I've made sure I ate something before I came back into my studio. And yeah, so now I'm ready to go. So you'll see here, I have previously recorded all of the audio for my second book that I wrote, Awaken Dreams, and no judgment here. I wrote the book back in 2022 and recorded it, and I'm now just getting back to editing after a couple of busy years. So you can see here, I have recorded one chapter or one file for each chapter. When you're uploading it into these external services, that's how they're looking for it to be uploaded. So definitely record each chapter into its own file. And then you can see here, I have pages open. This is what I use when I'm reading. So instead of recording while I'm reading the book, because you can hear the pages turn, I scroll through the pages on my computer so I don't make so much noise. And you can see here a lot of notes. So these notes are all notes that my daughter graciously left for me about things that needed to be fixed in the audiobook as she was listening to it. So these are notes for me to go back and listen to it. So I have chapter 1 opened here. This is Audacity, which is what I originally used to record the audiobook. And you can see the different timestamps here. And so this is what I use when I'm looking through pages. You can see a note to re-record here at 6:33. So if we come in, this is a full sentence, and let's give it a listen. I don't know if you could hear that, but there's a little bit of a clicking noise. I probably accidentally hit something while I was recording, and unfortunately that is really difficult to edit out. So the best thing to do is just re-record the whole sentence. So let's go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do is tracks, add new. I recorded in mono. You can record in stereo. The problem I found is in stereo, sometimes the left input was coming in a little bit different than the right. And so listening to it, it sounded off. So I ended up converting everything to mono. I feel like it sounds better when it's consistent coming through the left and right. So we'll add a new mono track, which it looks like I had already done. Let's go ahead and delete this one. So what I do is I mute it, the original track, because otherwise it's going to continue to play. And then we hit record. Go back to pages. Isla then took the next girl's hand and spun her around. Stop that. And then you can see here, we've got the little clip. So I think I mentioned this, but the nice thing is here you can see the break in the sentences, right? This is a pause in between the sentences. So let's give this a little listen. All right, sounds pretty good. Now, because I recorded these at 2 different times, I have found that the audio is sounding a little bit different. So I've been adding this effect to normalize it, which seems to have helped a tiny bit. So what I do is I copy this, and then I'm going to take this sentence and delete it and paste in the new one. So now if we mute this track and play this one, So it sounds a little bit off, but hopefully listening to it all cohesively, it won't sound too bad. But yeah, that's how I replace these, and I go through and I edit each one and then take a listen to the whole book one more last time and send it off to my brother to do the last bits of compressing and whatever else he's doing. I think he runs it through to help also do some normalization to the audio to make sure things aren't too loud or too quiet. And then, yeah, we upload it.